Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Hi!
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need, we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari, and any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar. Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Another week of Indiana high school basketball will be capped off tonight from Bethesda Christian High School. The Patriots are set to host the Waldron Mohawks as we are getting closer towards the end of the regular season in boys hoops in the state of Indiana. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures, one story at a time. Bertner Electric, your licensed and experienced electrician serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sport with a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistical solution. And by Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Alongside John Lester, Jarrett Lewis with you here tonight from Brownsburg, Indiana. The Bethesda Christian Patriots under the tutelage of John Brugams in his second year coaching the Patriots, 8-2 on this season, also with 8 wins. The team they are opposing tonight, the Waldron Mohawks. The Mohawks have played more games this year. They are 8-5 under their third-year head coach, Bo Scott, and they are trying to put a halt to, I should say, a very impressive season so far from Bethesda. 8-2 on the year they are, John, and they're led by 2 tremendous sophomore guards in the Malagan boys. We'll also see a lot of contribution from some upperclassmen. Jamison Chapman and DeMonte Ferguson will be in the starting lineup for the Patriots this year, who are averaging 60 points a game and had a great start to this season at 7-0, although they've lost their last 2 of 3 ball games, and trying to defend home court tonight against a pretty solid Waldron Mohawks team.
Yeah, this Waldron team we were talking about, they have an 8-win season. They only won 5 games a year ago, so they've already upped their win total from 3 from a year ago. And this was a 4-point overtime game last year between these 2 teams. So, looking forward to seeing they're pretty evenly matched teams. This should be a good matchup here tonight.
And on the other side for Waldron, it's more of a balanced offensive attack from Bethesda, but for the Mohawks, they are led by 2 upperclassmen, 2 juniors, being in Bryce Yarling and Lucas Mitchell. Yarling tops the team in scoring this year at 20 points a game. Mitchell is at 18.5 points a game, but he also contributes with 10 rebounds. He's averaging almost a double-double this year. We will certainly see him be involved playing inside and outside, we believe, for Waldron tonight.
Yeah, definitely going to be a key for Bethesda to keep those 2 in check, definitely for sure. You said averaging nearly 40 points a game between those 2 teams, or between those 2 players. So we'll see if Bethesda they want to try and keep them out of their groove, out of those 2 groove if they can, and we'll see what happens here tonight.
For Waldron, they're coming off a loss in their last game against Hauser, a conference opponent. That's the Mid-Hoosier Conference, where the Mohawks are 2-1 this season. It was a 63-55 win over the Jets. And also, the Waldron Mohawks coming off a tournament victory. They won the Shelby County tournament, just a 4-team tournament that is. They defeated Triton Central by 1 in the championship game, 51-50. So you mentioned their year last year, only winning 5 games. They have really turned things around. When you win a tournament in the middle of the season, that can really turn around your season, and right now the Mohawks playing pretty good basketball.
And that had some pretty good teams in it, that Shelby County tournament too. So for Waldron to win that was a very good feat for them. And they want to try to keep this going with that big win over Hauser last night, and just looking forward to a very good ball game here tonight.
The Mohawks are coming off a victory, but it's Bethesda who, in their last game, fell to a conference opponent in their conference as well. They play in the Pioneer Conference. It was a 52-55 loss to the Panthers of Park Tudor. So the Patriots are trying to return to their home court with a victory over the Waldron Mohawks. This Bethesda team started the season 7-0. They have lost 2 of their last 3 games. The Patriots owned this series just the last 4 games. That's all this series has been, is 4 games, but Bethesda does lead it 3-1. These 2 teams last met last year around this time. It was an overtime victory for Bethesda. They won it 66-62 in overtime. What will we have in store tonight between these 2? Well, we're getting closer to tip-off from Brownsburg, Indiana. It's the Patriots and the Mohawks on IndianaSRN. Welcome back to Bethesda Christian High School, home of the Patriots, with John Lester, Jarrett Lewis with you here on IndianaSRN, the family of networks. So you look at this Mohawks team, John, and we talked about their leading scorers being Yarling and Mitchell. They combine for around 38 points per game. It seems like Bethesda, if they can keep those two in check and prevent them from being the only two that do most of the damage for Waldron, it's a pretty big drop-off between the third highest scorer, that being Bryant Becker, who's just at 5 points a game. It seems like the Patriots, if they can really key on those two, they have a good shot of winning this game.
I'm anxious to see how Bethesda plays those two to try. Are they going to try and go inside to try and get them in early foul trouble, too, to try and limit the damage for those two? It's going to be interesting to see how Bethesda plays against those two here tonight.
There are two other games for you tonight on the family of networks. The City Alliance Tournament semifinals taking place. Cathedral and Addicts, they tipped off at 6 p.m. and Cathedral, with a whopping win over Crispus Attucks, they advance to the championship game, which will be played on Monday, and we will have that game for you on IndianaSRN. And then tipping off here shortly is Indianapolis Tech. They take on Tinley, the Tigers, in that semifinal game tonight. The winner will face off with the Irish in that championship game on Monday. But our game here is Bethesda Christian and Waldron. Two coaches also who are in their very early years coaching their teams and really turning both programs around. John Grabams is in his second year. He's got a 26-10 mark, which is pretty good. I mean, you'll take that in your first 2 years. This Bethesda Patriots team has really turned some heads and has a lot of people paying attention with how they are playing. And with Waldron, last year finishing 5-18. Bo Scott is 20-38 in his third year. So two not-so-good years to start, but it seems like it's third time's the charm with Coach Scott. He's got two tremendous upperclassmen that are going to try to finish out this season for him and be able to play for him next year.
Yeah, in his third year, he was able to develop all these upperclassmen, and as you see, they're having a very good, successful year for them here this year for Waldron. And, looking forward to see how they keep it going here come postseason play coming up.
There's a look at the Bethesda Patriots as both teams have headed back to their respective benches. They're in their home whites tonight with black numbers and letters. There's Coach Grubams with his whiteboard out in front. Waldron on the other side will be in their road blue uniforms with white numbers and letters. Thanks so much for tuning in here on IndianaSRN. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That may be where you're watching this game at right now. Also follow us on Twitter and Facebook so you're always kept up to date with all the games that are happening throughout the week here on IndianaSRN. There it is, Coach Bo Scott with his starting five on the bench. We believe it'll look like this for the Mohawks with Lucas Mitchell and Bryce Yarling. Also, Lucas Shaw, who's a freshman, is in the starting lineup. Caden Schaefer, he wears number 21. He's a senior, as is Bryant Becker. He wears number 24. On the other side for Bethesda, it's the Malagan boys, Sam and Isaac. They are both sophomores. Luke Stuckey, he wears number 11. Jamison Chapman, number 22. And DeMonte Ferguson, number 24. Let's take a break. National anthem upcoming. When we come back, it'll be the tip-off here from Bethesda Christian High School. You're watching boys basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has two warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event. big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We welcome you back to Bethesda Christian High School on the west side of Indianapolis. About to meet the starting lineup for the Waldron Mohawks. We gave it to you before the break. There's your first player that you'll see. That's Lucas Mitchell. He is their leading scorer on the season at 18.5 points a game. Check that. He's number 2 behind this next guy, who is number 5, Bryce Yarling. Both those guys are juniors for Coach Bo Scott. The rest of the starting lineup includes Lucas Shaw, a freshman, right there at number 13. Number 21, Caden Schaefer, who is a senior. And number 24, Bryant Becker, also a senior. A lot of upperclassmen ruling this starting 5 for Coach Scott. And maybe you're thinking from last year, a lot of these guys as underclassmen had to step into bigger roles, and now that they have all that experience under their belt, they are playing pretty good altogether in their junior and senior seasons.
Definitely taking over as the team leaders here for Waldron, and a great turnaround season, as we mentioned, for them, and look going forward.
There's Isaac Milligan. He wears number 0, and then Sam right behind him at number 3. Both of those guys are sophomore guards. Jamison Chapman, there he is, bumping with the referees. Luke Stuckey is the 4th guy announced, and then DeMonte Ferguson, a senior forward who adds some size to the starting 5 for Bethesda. He measures up at 6'4". Lucas Mitchell on the other end also at 6'4". These two guys the tallest in their respective starting 5.
I'm actually looking forward to seeing that matchup tonight, DeMonte Ferguson and Lucas Mitchell, the 2 big guys for both teams here.
So it's the Patriots and the Mohawks. Ferguson and Mitchell will be the 2 to tip it up. And we will get this thing going. JV game ran just slightly behind, and that's forcing a much later start for this varsity contest, but we are here and we're ready to give it to you. The last time these two teams met, again, was around this time last year, January 23rd. The game went into overtime with Bethesda holding on and winning it 66-62. Ball's in the air and controlled first by Waldron.
And looks like Bethesda's starting out man-to-man here.
Mohawks will start things off going from left to right in your camera view. This first shot is up and no good from Mitchell. Ball is tipped out of bounds, and the Patriots knocked it out. And a lot of times with wherever our camera is set up, we'll usually see the benches. Well, actually, I mean, it really depends. I mean, it's pretty 50-50, but tonight we'll have the benches pretty close to us on the near side of the court. 3 in the air is no good. Rebound to Isaac Milligan. First possession this way for the Patriots. Trying to look for Ferguson down low as he posts up on Mitchell, and this could be Lucas Mitchell getting a foul.
Ferguson and Mitchell have already been battling underneath the basket there, getting a little physical already.
It's not an early foul you want to pick up if you're Mitchell of the Mohawks. But he does, and now out of bounds under for Bethesda. Chapman has it knocked out of bounds by Yarling. So throwing it from the corner will be Sam Malagan. Man defense this side also for Waldron. Patriots running through their set. Ferguson with it, hands off to Chapman. Setting up a three in the corner, and it's knocked down by Sam Malagan. Our first points tonight in the corner for Bethesda.
Yeah, great look there for the open three for Malagan.
Here's a drive, and the shot's no good from Yarling. Up the floor, and looked like Isaac wasn't ready for it. It's a quick turnover committed by Bethesda, their first of the night. Mohawks, 2 empty possessions thus far. Yarling will run the point. Caden Schaefer hooks up with Lucas Shaw, the freshman. Shaw steps out, now dribbles in, top of the key. Here's a 3 ball that's off the mark for Waldron. That was Becker who stepped out. And Patriots bring it across quickly.
Yeah, Waldron over their first 4 on the offensive end.
Ferguson passes to Malagan, who drives in, and his shot may have been altered. That was Isaac. Tough scoring so far for both of these clubs. Mitchell and Yarling. Rises up, gets to his spot. That's off the mark. Also, long rebound for Waldron and Mitchell. Mitchell will drive in. He'll force a foul, and they count the bucket. 3-point opportunity upcoming for Lucas Mitchell. And the foul going to Luke Stuckey of Bethesda. Mitchell does convert the old-fashioned 3-point play, and it's a tie ball game at 3.
Both teams kind of feeling each other out here in the early going.
Running these cross strings again is Bethesda. Again, into the corner, trying to get another 3 ball up from Sam Malagan. This time he drives in. Nice dump down, and he finds Ferguson with the finish.
Nice pass there.
Defense attracted to the drive from Malagan. He was able to dump down to Ferguson. High arcing shot doesn't fall for Mitchell, and Chapman the rebound. Reverses course. Ferguson up top, left to right dribble, got it to the right side, and is able to finish back-to-back buckets for DeMonte.
Yeah, 2 nice layup looks there by Ferguson.
Get a foul. Bump on the other end here is that was Bryant Becker on the drive. And in the blink of an eye, the Mohawks got it on their side of the floor. That is a large amount of cheerleaders, John.
I was kind of thinking that myself.
I have not seen that many cheerleaders for a high school in quite some time. That's got to be half the girls' population, it looks like, out there. Becker knocked down the first free throw.
Oh, there are 20 of them out there?
Misses the second, however. But, yeah, definitely Bethesda wants to use that to their advantage with Waldron shooting free throws that end this first half. 3 in the corner is no good from Stuckey. Offensive rebound. Putback won't go, but there is a whistle and a foul. As it was Isaac Malagan who, now that's a new player checked in. That's Carter Thornton. First time he's been out there for the Patriots. He'll go to the line. 2 fouls apiece now on both teams. Thornton's first free throw too strong. They say Lucas Shaw was the one to commit the foul, so his first. Mitchell has the other. Second free throw also too strong from Thornton. On the line, and it's going to stay on this end of the floor with the Patriots as Mitchell and Ferguson went after it. They quickly get it in. 4:45 left to play in our opening quarter. Ball's on the floor. Sam able to pick it up. He'll drive it in, hangs on the rim for quite some time, and this could be another foul. Thought it could have been on Mitchell, but it's actually on Shaw, who picks up back-to-back personals.
Yes, 2 in a row there on Shaw for Waldron.
Lucas, the freshman, is going to take a seat now after his second foul. Sam makes the first free throw. He's got 4 points, as does DeMonte Ferguson. And the second free throw, also good for Sam. 5-point lead for Bethesda, the largest of the game so far. Now a 1-3-1 defensive look from the Patriots. At the top of it is Stuckey. They get into the corner. They trap him, and a whistle. They say he stepped out. And the double team came over, and it made it hard for Schaefer to get out of there, and he commits the turnover.
Yeah, I think that double team caught Waldron off guard there and forced the turnover.
Now Waldron will move into a new defensive look with 3 guards up top. And extending out is Becker at the top of the defense. Halfway through quarter number 1. Stuckey finds Ferguson, top of the key, knocks it down. Nothing but net. DeMonte Ferguson with 7.
3 for 3 from the floor for him. Good start for Ferguson.
Waldron with a early hole to climb out of. They'll try a 3 of their own, but it's off the mark. Bethesda shooting it well from the floor. The Mohawks not so much in the early going. Thornton a tough drive and a tough finish. 10-point Bethesda lead.
Yeah, Bethesda may want to think, or Waldron rather, might want to think about timeout here. And
that's exactly where we're going to get. It's a full timeout called by Coach Scott and the Mohawks. They trail by 10 in the early going. This is Indiana basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back at Bethesda Christian High School. Good turnout on hand for the Patriots fans, and they are enjoying and seeing their team climb out to a 10-point lead. Thanks to 7 points from DeMonte Ferguson. He has half of the scoring. Carter Thornton had that last 2 coming off the bench before Waldron had to sneak in a timeout.
Yeah, definitely not the start you were looking for Waldron. An early 10-point hole here, 1 for 7 from the floor to start the game as well.
Throw it into the backcourt. It'll be Schaefer to bring it up. Drive in. Mitchell got a hand check foul. It's going to go against Jamison Chapman. Each team now with 3 team fouls. Mitchell and Yarling will hook up. Mitchell with the left hand. Nice hesitation move and puts it in nicely off the glass.
Nice move there by Mitchell.
Mitchell's got 5 points for Waldron. Defense extends up with Yarling now at the top, avoiding everybody, and Thornton gets a nice bounce into the bucket.
Boy, Thornton's been strong off the bench here early on for Bethesda.
Thornton beating nearly the entire Waldron defense into that bucket, and here he is nearly getting a steal. It's into the bench. Nice hustle by the senior. And it looks like it's Bethesda ball. And it is. Thornton nearly gets a steal, and it was last touched by Waldron as they both went after it. Some weaving at the top for the Patriots. Thornton will try to go to the basket again. This time, wraps it around, kicks out to Chapman. He swings it. One more pass, and it's a good three-point bucket for Luke Stuckey. It's now the third made three-pointer for the Patriots. Their largest lead extends to 13. 3 in the corner, trying to answer. They can't do it. Shooting 0 from downtown so far as Waldron. Thornton thought about a 3, but got a little antsy and called for the travel.
Looked like Waldron's trying to shake up the defense, going a little bit more zone there to try to get a few more stops here against Bethesda.
Check out this replay as it's a good pass made by Chapman. Stuckey was ready there at the left wing to knock it down. Zone defense for the Patriots. They get it down low. Mitchell is forced to kick it out. New player in for Waldron is Jacob Bennett. He's a sophomore. Where's number 32? Beckett to Mitchell at the elbow, and somebody reaching in for Bethesda. Matt Capel gets called for the foul. He is also just checked in. Quick pass in. Opposite corner. That 3 won't go. Here's an offensive rebound for Schaefer. His putback is no good. And Waldron just can't buy a bucket.
Yeah, Waldron getting the looks for sure. Just unfortunately, there's a lid on the basket right now for them.
Yarling has tried a couple of threes. He had one in the near side corner and then the far corner. But still nothing yet falling for the Mohawks. They've seen 5 points from Lucas Mitchell and a free throw made by Becker. Bad pass and a quick turnover. Chapman couldn't hook up with Stuckey.
Yeah, it looked like it might have been a little bit of miscommunication there on that possession.
DeMonte Ferguson has had a tremendous first quarter. He checks back in, as does Isaac Malagan. Thornton will stay out there. He's applied a good solid couple of minutes coming off the bench. Under a minute now left in this opening period. Miscommunication there with Waldron. Up the floor, Malagan. Tough take, and it's going to force a foul called on Mitchell. And if they stick with Lucas, that'll be number 2. It is.
And that's not what you need if you're Waldron, one of your leading scorers, with 2 early fouls.
Sam Malagan, he's got 5 points. Able to add on to that. 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Second one rims around and out. But it does make it a 14-point first quarter lead. Mohawks trying to get something going in these final seconds, but they throw it away. Thornton with the active hands. Finishes on the left side. 6 points off the bench from Carter Thornton. Schaefer overthrows his man, and it is just unraveling here. These opening 8 minutes from the Waldron Mohawks.
Yeah, it's 6 turnovers in this quarter for Waldron.
It's never good when you have the same amount of turnovers along with the points. Here's the Thornton steal again. Carter able to beat Becker to the rack. And now the final 10 seconds take off. Patriots will look for one good last look. Thornton has his option. He'll drive left into the corner. Isaac Malagan, a 3 off the mark. Offensive rebound. They say he got it off in time. Matt Capel with the O-board putback caps off a 24-point first quarter for the Bethesda Patriots. They lead it by 18. Second quarter upcoming here on IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
Three players with great contributions in that first quarter for the Patriots. 7 points for DeMonte Ferguson and 6 points each for Carter Thornton and Sam Mulligan. Student section is happy with that first quarter. Even Stitch has made an appearance for the Patriots.
I was wondering who that was. I couldn't make out.
But just 5 points for Lucas Mitchell, 6 points as a team. Mitchell doing all of the scoring. But like you said, John, perfectly, there seems to be a lid on that side of the floor for the Mohawks.
Yeah, 20% shooting in that first quarter for Waldron. Yeah, definitely going to have to pick that up as opposed to 70 for Bethesda.
And it'll have to start on this defensive end. It's when you score 6, you don't like that, but you give 24 up on top of that, and that is a double whammy. But a new quarter to play. Chapman airballs the 3. Mulligan throws it back in as Schaefer picks off his pass. They get it up the floor. Mitchell will drive in with the left. Kick things out, and the Mohawks will start from outside, drive things in. Bryce Yarling draws a foul. They say Isaac Mulligan gets called for the personal. 5 team fouls for the Patriots. And more importantly, perhaps, is Isaac now has 2. John, there's at least 27 cheerleaders over. I just counted.
27?
I just counted. There may be more. There's probably some more hiding in the back, and they may not all be in our camera view, but there's at least 27 as Yarling connects on both free throws.
Yeah, you're right. I don't remember ever seeing a school with that many.
And for a school this size, too. Bethesda, a smaller school. 27 cheerleaders. They have something to cheer for after that. Carter Thornton, too.
What a strong performance off the bench for him. 8 points.
And he nearly gets this steal. Instead, the referee says too much contact.
You're looking at Bethesda 26. We were talking before we went on the air. There was that game last night that was 24-23 as a final. So we already have.
Yeah, who was that? That was Linton and
North Davies.
North Davies. Those are top two teams in their classes. And Linton was happy with taking as much time off the clock with each possession they had as possible.
There's a lot of discussion on social media about that today about, well, does Indiana need to institute a shot clock for reasons like that? Been a lot of talk about that the last few years anyway.
There sure has. Yarling, nice shot fake, and finally the Mohawks are able to knock down a 3, and Yarling his first field goal.
Maybe that could be the start that Waldron needs right there. Get this turnaround.
Yarling trying to build some confidence with that. Him and Mitchell now 5 apiece. 15-point advantage still for the Patriots. Ferguson, spin move in the lane. Out to Chapman. Thornton kicks out. Ferguson a 3. It rims out, nearly goes down. And Becker flies in for the rebound. Ferguson trying to slide in and swipe it away. Mitchell keeps it. Short corner shot, too strong from the Mohawks. Thornton sees a double screen that side for Mulligan. Stuckey curls off a screen. Chapman into the lane with the left hand. Finishes on the right side. They'll count the bucket and the foul.
Nice move there to get the and one.
Jamison Chapman has now scored. He's the 6th different player to score for Bethesda, and a chance to convert the three-point play.
An even bigger story, Shaw just got his 3rd foul for Waldron.
He played those first 2 minutes, had 2 fouls in the first quarter. Chapman rattles in the free throw. 18-point Bethesda advantage. Mitchell.
Looks like Bethesda's changing the defense up, going a little zone here.
A handoff. Here's Yarling on a drive. Ferguson with the late help side defense, but it was nicely placed off the glass by Bryce Yarling.
Nice shot there by Yarling.
Yarling now has 7. And has recently started to be in more of an attack mode.
I think Bethesda being a little more patient here on offense with a comfortable lead.
Into the high post. Nice cut back door by Isaac Malagan. Check that was Sam. But beautifully done, and a quick steal by Thornton. Thornton, top of the key. This is Sam again, got into some trouble. Looking at Ferguson, down low on the block, who's posting up. Thornton will drive baseline with the left hand, out to Stuckey. His 3 is off the mark. Long rebound, tipped into the hands of Becker, who throws it up the court. Schaefer can't get it to fall. Mitchell will keep it alive, and nearly, they wanted to go out, but it does fall for Lucas. Mitchell and Yarling now both with 7. Trying to score again is Sam. And he draws a foul. Sam has been out there more than Isaac. And with how Thornton has played in this first half, he's a guy that you want to keep out there. As Sam knocks down the first free throw. He's leading everybody in scoring at the moment with 9. And the second free throw also good. Shooting 5 of 6 from the charity stripe is Malagan. Timeout called by Bethesda. Capel will check in. And perhaps Coach Grubam's going over what he wants to see in this final 4:24. His team up by 18. 30-second timeout. Serenity Care Services is an Indiana licensed service agency, the friendly, experienced team of caregivers that you have been seeking. Call Angela at 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Services serving Indianapolis and the 5 surrounding counties. Free throw shooting has been pretty solid for Bethesda, John, and Waldron has only... They've shot 5 free throws, which isn't a bad mark, but Bethesda staying more active and taking the ball to the rack more often than not.
Yeah, driving inside, getting Waldron into those getting into those little bit of foul trouble. They're getting Waldron in here in the first half, and getting themselves to the free throw line, and as you see, it's a 33-15. And Waldron shooting a little bit better than they did in the first quarter to try and claw back in this.
Lucas Shaw has 3 fouls. Lucas Mitchell has 2. Those are the guys in foul trouble, although Mitchell has not come off the floor yet. Yarling will bring it up for the Mohawks out of the timeout. Patriots, they bring Malagan and Ferguson up to jump. Mitchell on the drive. Schaefer was cutting through the lane, and somebody wrapped him up. Could have been Capel. Actually, it was Sam Malagan. So Schaefer hasn't had very many opportunities to score. His first points do go through with that free throw.
Waldron getting a chance to get points here with the clock stopped. Trying to claw back into this.
Schaefer, 4 points a contest. Also dishes out 2 assists per game. Knocks down both free throws.
Anxious to see if Bethesda goes after Mitchell here to try to get him into his third foul.
And the defense extends out for the Mohawks. They have Mulligan in some trouble. Capel on the block. High off the glass. Too strong. Becker tracks down the loose ball. Cross midcourt. Mitchell between the legs. Nice shot fake. And an all-around good play going coast to coast there from Lucas Mitchell.
Yeah, well done there that time for Mitchell.
Lucas has 9 points. Mulligan gets into the lane. Ferguson. Extra pass to Chapman, and perhaps a 3-second call. It was called by
that's what they got, yeah.
Referee out towards the scorer's table. Bethesda has taken pretty good care of the basketball, limiting their turnovers in the second quarter. Yarling, no one picks him up. He steps into a three. It's too strong. Schaefer creates a second chance. Mitchell will try a three, same spot, and he knew it was short. Schaefer tips it back into play to Isaac. Isaac, nice backdoor cut. But forced to bring things back out. Under 3 left to go in the second quarter. Reach in foul. Actually, no, a travel. Wow. It was good defense. Becker was swiping at Capel, or Chapman, who had the basketball. And he forces the turnover. Luke Stuckey checks back into the ball game. Capel will take a seat.
Last 3 minutes of this half, if Waldron can get this down to about 8 to 10 points to get them back in this ball game at halftime, they'll feel a lot better.
Still a long way to go in this one, yeah. We've seen crazier things happen.
Right.
Bethesda with this zone defense. Yarling towards the volleyball line. Nice pass. Able to get it to Mitchell, but his shot is off to the left side. Nice pass up the floor. Ferguson opts to throw things back out to Stuckey, and Isaac was, I think, antsy to get to the bucket, and he gets called for a travel.
Oh, dear, just when you were talking about protecting the ball, that's 3 straight turnovers for Bethesda.
And quick ones, too.
Yeah.
Well, one possession was pretty long and drawn out, but that one there, I think the Patriots looking to move fast. Schaefer was cutting to the lane, but Mitchell sees a double team. Short shot from Schaefer is too strong, and Mulligan rises up high for the rebound.
Waldron, unfortunately for them, hasn't been able to take advantage of those turns. There's a fourth one.
Yes, Sam gives it right back to the Mohawks. Nearly a foul called by Chapman. It results in a three-pointer made by Lucas Mitchell. And don't look now, but the Mohawks, they've cut it down to 11. Full timeout on the floor with 1:50 left to go in this first half. High school basketball on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Here's a look at the Bethesda Christian cheerleaders with a couple big drums back there. They also got the gong sitting there too.
Not quite as big, but kind of reminiscent of the big Purdue drum.
That's right. Where the Patriots have held on to a double-digit lead for this entire second quarter. The Mohawks have cut it down to 11 and looking for a nice finish to this first half. Ferguson, flare screen, had Mulligan, but he's forced to kick things back out. Enough space for Ferguson to put up a three. No good. Thornton will keep it alive.
Waldron's really picked up the defense, too. It's allowed him to get back in this ball game as well.
Malagan's three is off the mark. Another chance offensively for Bethesda. Thornton across the court. Stuckey, far corner. Closing in on the final 60 seconds. Malagan in between the defense. Bethesda not really in any sort of hurry. And could end up taking the rest of this clock down if they want.
They've had this over a minute on this possession already.
Thornton shot off the back iron, and the Mohawks will push the pace. Yarling, left side, puts it up with the right hand. Nicely done.
It's a 9-point game.
Yarling did not score at all in the first quarter, and he's got 9 here in the second. Bethesda will go cross court, setting up for one final shot. Thornton at the top. Malagan far side. 3 seconds. Thornton has to put it up, and they don't even get a shot off. The Patriots may not have realized how much time was left there on the clock, but still, they will hold on to their lead. It's right now at 9 points, 33-24 our score, but a good close to that second quarter for Waldron. And that'll set up a second half upcoming after this halftime show. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Indiana High School basketball on IndianaSRN.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I've seen mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes. In this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
Piper Group Warehouse has a strong commitment to their clients as their logistics provider. If you would like to discover how you can improve your service levels while lowering your overall cost, Piper Logistics Group can help. Call Greg Piper today at 317-396-3916. Piper Logistics Group.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake. Yeah.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got a counter right here. Isn't this where you place the orders?
We sell trophies, we sell plaques, we do embroidery. No food.
You got carry out?
Unlike the internet, everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
You know, Jim, I'll be back tomorrow to pick it all up.
We'll wait for you.
Don't wait long.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
There's no greater anti-poverty measure than to give a person a job. That helps them start to change that trajectory.
Morales Group is a full-service staffing company that provides temporary labor in the Indianapolis, Central Indiana market.
It was a challenge that was given by my father. He wanted me to give back much more than I had been. Then I realized that when he said more, he wanted me to see how I could give more. And it wasn't just in money, but in time and in services. And that's how the Morales Group was created.
I started off at Morales Group as an intern. I interned for 3 years before going on full-time staff here. What I love most about Morales Group is that big family aspect. I come from a big family in Mexico, and since the company is continuously growing, I feel like there's always a new member of the family that I get to know.
We're willing to give. We're willing to serve others, and we're not expecting something in return.
Come talk to us. We would love to work with you.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAfoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
You know, when Margaret and I decided to sell the old estate here, we had only one choice in signage. Logan Street signs and banners. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore, but rather located on 10th Street on the south side of Noblesville. Well, we sold the old beauty, and we were able to buy this wonderful estate. And we had so much money left over, I was able to buy this beautiful 1968 Eldorado Cadillac for Margaret. Only 472,000 miles. Margaret loves it because it's got those big seats and that heavy-duty suspension to support her svelte frame. Next time you're looking for signs or banners, call old Jim at Logan Street Signs and Banners, 773-7200. Conveniently not located on Logan Street anymore.
Here's a drive and a good bucket for Waldron. Bryce Yarling with a score. Bryant Becker added 2 points for the Mohawks. A good start to the second half for the visiting Waldron. Trying to climb back into this game. They trailed by 18 at the end of the first quarter. Here's a traveling called against Carter Thornton.
Eighth turnover now for Bethesda.
That's a 4-point lead all of a sudden for the Patriots. Mohawks trying to go 3 consecutive possessions with points, and they have a good shot as Mitchell will go to the free throw line. He's made his only free throw attempt so far tonight. So there's your score, 33-29. Minute 40 gone by, minute 39 to be exact. Mitchell, 12 points, led all scorers at the end of the first half. Misses the first free throw. Second free throw, however, will go through.
It's a 3-point game, Jared.
Blink of an eye. How about that start? And how about that message, I'm guessing, in the locker room from Coach Scott of Waldron?
Yeah, it's a quick 6-0 spurt here to start third quarter.
Patriots trying to score for the first time. Wild shot goes up from Ferguson.
Don't think that's the shot you were looking for if you're Bethesda.
Yarling ditches the defense, left alone. His three-pointer won't go. Yarling's made one from downtown tonight. Could have tied the ball game there, but instead, Patriots the other way. Mulligan with a drive. Ferguson goes high up for the rebound.
Over the back, I think.
They'll say a foul coming in from behind. DeMonte picks up just his first. Nobody in real serious foul trouble, although for Waldron, Lucas Shaw has 3. He is out there for the Mohawks. Bethesda
doing a little bit of press here.
Sees Mulligan with 2 fouls. Thornton does start this second half. Shaw's 3 is an air ball. So, like you said, John, Thornton, with the way he played in that first half, he does start off this second. Here he is in the corner. Mitchell shuts the door on him. Swings a pass. Opposite floor. Stuckey. This 3's no good.
Now Bethesda having the same issue that Waldron had on that end. There seems to be a lid on the basket down there.
All the scoring thus far has been from the Mohawks, although offensive foul here is going to go against Bryce Yarling. Mohawk fans not necessarily agree with the call. And that possession ends still with no more points for Waldron. 2 back-to-back possessions where they've had a chance to tie or cut it down to 1. Patriots have gone this first 3 minutes and 10 seconds with no points.
They went a while without scoring at the end of the second quarter there as well.
Stuckey tries the right wing this time. Still nothing will go down. Mitchell setting up Chapman. Into the lane over his left shoulder. No good. Tracks down his own miss, but he, I think, kicked it off of his leg. See a packed gymnasium throughout here at Bethesda Christian. Here's a quick drive. Thornton trying to do it all himself, and he comes up empty.
He lost out of bounds, looks like.
You can also see all those cheerleaders again. We learned that it's a mixture of middle school and high school. That's why there's so many.
Yeah.
Because they were announced at halftime while we were away. Here's Yarling. Wow. Coast to coast, Bryce Yarling. 4 points in the quarter and a timeout called by Bethesda. Their 9-point halftime lead has now been erased down to 1. Full timeout on the floor. We'll be back after, no, we'll stay right here. 4:09 left to go in this third quarter. As you see overhead, this Mohawks team And Bo Scott trying to keep his guys going and energized to finish out the rest of this game. They trailed by 18 at the end of the first quarter, and now just down by 1.
Yeah, it's been a 26-9 spurt for Waldron since that first quarter to get all the way back in this ball game.
The IHSAA Foundation wants to remind you to subscribe to their newsletter, The Advocate, at IHSAAfoundation.org. We want to thank the IHSAA Foundation for what they're doing for our student athletes. Also, Family Source Insurance, we have you covered. Auto, home, life, or business. Call Pat Cherry to get a quote today, 317-884-8046. Look to Family Source Insurance for all of your needs. Also, email them at www.familysourceinsurance.com. That's FamilySourceInsurance.com. 4 points this quarter for Bryce Yarling. Bryant Becker added a 3. So they've been able to put up 8 points this quarter. Bethesda still looking to see the ball go through the net. Stuckey nearly threw that one away, got into a bad spot. A double team out on Chapman. And Mohawks were able to bat it out of bounds. Waldron will pick up the defense with Yarling at the forefront. Thornton finds Ferguson, and finally, there's the first points of the quarter from DeMonte. DeMonte's got 9, and he had 7 all in the opening 8 minutes. Mitchell with a drive, kicks things out. Becker will try another 3. Didn't put enough mustard on it. Stuckey, the long rebound. Stuckey, they swing things into the corner. Baseline, poked away, and Schaefer with the steal.
It's 10 turnovers now for Bethesda.
Yarling in the lane. Carrying violation going against number 5. He doesn't like the call. Was able to get a shot off. It wasn't going to go anyways. So the Patriots have led the entire way. Waldron has made it a 1-point game. It's right now a 2-point game, but it's more than that after this 3 goes down for Sam Malagan. Sam's second triple.
It's a nice answer here for Bethesda.
Patriots now lead by 6. Yarling finds Schaefer. What a pass, but unable to finish. Malagan up the floor. It rolls into the hands of Stuckey in the corner. Bethesda's offense now will reset going against this zone look. Nice pass in the corner from Chapman. 3 is good for Stuckey.
There's a quick 8-0 answer for Bethesda. Push it back to 9 again.
Second 3 for Stuckey, and he's got 6. 9-point advantage. Yarling trying to go in between 2 defenders. No such luck. Ferguson, he'll drive in. Off the glass, it's no good. Thornton bats it out to Stuckey. Nice in-between dribble from Malagan, and a blocking foul going to be the case here. It's either going to be on Shaw or Yarling, I believe. Yarling picks it up. Second foul for Bryce. Shot goes up, and it's good for Sam Malagan. 15 points for Sam to lead all scorers. Looks like out of bounds, but Shaw and the rest of the Waldron team out there will keep it this side of the floor.
as the big last minute 17 in the quarter for Waldron. They don't want to get this deficit any further than it is right now.
Mitchell went back door, able to get it out to Schaefer. Good extra pass. 3 from Shaw is good. Good passing from the Mohawks, and it results in a three-pointer.
Yeah, nice answer there to stop that 10-0 run, but right back.
Right back is Stuckey. 2 threes this quarter. Anything you can do, I can do equally as good. Schaefer, though, his 3 won't go. Stuckey now has 9 points, 3 made threes this quarter for the Patriots. And they saw their large lead evaporate and said, we'll just do it again, I guess. Thornton picks up his dribble. Chapman posting up on Becker. Fadeaway jumper, not enough on it. Thornton fights for the rebound. 20 seconds. Chapman, a cut towards the bucket, and Becker kind of wrapped him up. Substitution for both clubs. Looks like Sam Jones for the first time in for Waldron. Isaac Milligan has checked in, as has Matt Capel. Stuckey, a runner in the lane. Schaefer the rebound. Mohawks working with 11. Mitchell lost the handle, and Thornton is there to take it away. Looked like after that, I think it was Schaefer, that's right. Schaefer, a personal foul, will set up 7.2 for Bethesda. Chapman crosses with 4. Isaac on a drive. Tough finish, just left it short. Not a good start for the Patriots in that third quarter, but more importantly, a good finish as they head to the fourth and final quarter with a lead. It's at 11 for the Patriots. And there's your score, 46-35. Back in a moment on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
A slight 13-11 advantage in that third quarter for Bethesda. It was a good start for the Mohawks. They knocked down 2 threes in that quarter, but the Patriots answered right back, and they find themselves in a familiar spot up double digits at 11.
Yeah, Waldron able to get that down to 1 possession. Had a couple chances to take the lead there, just unable to get it to fall, and then gave up the 10-0 run and put it back to double digits again.
Patriots will start with the basketball. Into the corner with it is Sam. Chapman, maybe too strong of a pass from Ferguson. He couldn't handle it. And then looked like Chapman called for the foul going after the loose ball.
3 on Chapman.
That is correct. 3 fouls for Jamison. Empty possession to start off this fourth and final quarter from Bethesda High School. Yarling a 3, rattles home.
That's a good start for the fourth for Waldron.
Yarling's second 3. He's got 16 for the Mohawks. into the high post. Ferguson got fouled and still able to knock down the free throw line jumper.
Yeah, Bethesda able to get to their hot hand, DeMonte Ferguson. Get the and one.
Ferguson now has 11 for Waldron. It's the fourth foul called on Lucas Shaw, so he takes a seat. Ferguson trying to convert the three-point play, which he does. He's got 12. Nice balanced scoring when you look at this box score for Bethesda as we get a reach-in foul called on the Patriots. It's 15 for Sam Milligan. And then Ferguson has the 12. 9 points from Stuckey, all from 3. And Thornton has added 8 off the bench. There's 4 guys right there with 8 points or more.
Yeah, like I said, great balance scoring for Bethesda and for Waldron. You know, you got your 2 leading scorers, Mitchell and Yarling. Haven't been able to really get much outside of possibly Becker there.
This time, Mitchell will try a 3 and went after it immediately. Milligan rebounds. Stuckey will try again. Can't hit this time. Ferguson, right place, right time, and a good pass on the opposite block to Sam Milligan.
Yeah, Ferguson getting the assist there to Milligan.
On the drive, getting knocked over is Milligan. He knocks down the bucket, and then on the other end, takes a charge. That was on Mitchell, number 3. A little pressure here from the Mohawks. Thornton's able to dribble around it. Milligan catch and shoot. Too short. Chapman kind of volleyball spiked it back into the hands of Yarling. Yarling staying patient. Tough drive. It was going to be hard to get it over the outstretched arms of Ferguson.
Yeah, if you're Yarling, may want to back that out there.
Ferguson with the runner. It won't go. Up the floor. Becker left open. Got behind the defense. Missed 3 there. A little bit of up and down from both these clubs. Milligan with the Euro step. Nothing called, and the Mohawks the other way. Yarling, he'll try a drive. It's no good. The pace has picked up.
Yeah.
Chapman, and now we get a whistle. Kind of a light foul called against Waldron. This one is going to go against Becker. And with that foul, that's 7 on the Mohawks. So now 1-1 the rest of the way out. Jamison Chapman will start this line of free throw shooting for the Patriots.
Yeah, you might start to see Bethesda start taking the air out of the ball a little bit. 13-point lead under 6 minutes to go.
Not a lot of free throws so far in this second half. There's only been 1 from the Patriots and now 2. But Chapman gets another one. And then 2 on the other side for Waldron. Second free throw, also nothing but net from Chapman. He's got 5 points. 3 of them have come via the charity stripe.
Let's also see if Bethesda gets a little more aggressive here defensively. They've only had 4 fouls here in the second half.
And here they go. They force a turnover. 3-on-2 for the Patriots. Milligan will do it all himself. Sam's got 19 points. Schaefer. Boy, nearly another steal. But this time it's Stuckey on the foul. Five team fouls for the Patriots. Not quite yet to that 1-and-1 mark.
If Waldron goes into a little bit quicker pace here.
Mitchell can't use the glass. Looks like a push from the back against Waldron. Fouls on Mitchell.
It's 4 on him.
Not a guy you want to go that you want to see go out.
No.
If you want any chance of getting back in this ball game.
They have held him under his average a little bit, I believe. He's at 13.
Again, on the season, Mitchell, he's at 18 points per contest. Yarling's at 20. So that's 38 points. And combined tonight, they're at 29. Stuckey good on the first. He's now into double digits. And he's at his jersey number, which is 11. This one has now gotten away from the Mohawks in this fourth quarter. It's a 19-point Bethesda lead and a quick possession that ends up empty.
Yeah, turnover starting to pile up on Waldron a little bit as well. That's 12.
Patriots, no sense of scoring fast, but Ferguson sees an opportunity.
He's had a strong game as well for Bethesda.
DeMonte currently at 14 points. Mitchell picks it up off the ground and tries to throw it up. If Patriots hold on, they will pick up win number 9 on the season. Be at 9-2. Yarling steals it from behind. Attacks Stuckey at the rack and able to finish. Nicely done by Bryce Yarling, who has 18 points. Ferguson gets called for the travel. Shaw will take a seat. Jacob Bennett checks in for Waldron. We may see a couple more guys for Coach Scott enter the floor for the first time and finish out the rest of this ball game. Yarling in the corner. Boy, a pretty stroke from Bryce Yarling.
Does his Waldron have one more run in him here?
Three-pointer number 3 for Bryce. And with it, he reaches 21 points. Ferguson into the lane. Back to the free throw line. Ferguson now. This is at least his second time trying to convert a three-point play.
Mitchell just fouled out, too, for Waldron.
Number 5 on Lucas Mitchell. So the Mohawks' chance of trying to create a crazy comeback is going to lose one of its specialties. Mitchell is going to finish the game with 13 points. DeMonte hits the free throw. So DeMonte now has 17, trying to keep pace with Malagan, who's at 19. Becker will try a three. He missed everything. Chapman in between the legs. Euro step, kicks it out. Stuckey, his three is good. His fourth downtown shot goes in. Luke Stuckey with an impressive shooting performance tonight. $14 points for Luke. And everybody getting it done. Chapman pokes it away. Patriots are still moving the ball around well and looking to score. Malagan can't convert that shot. Nice passing here for the Mohawks. Yarling, deep three was short. Schaefer rejected by Ferguson. DeMonte now has it, looking to score. And he'll get the next best thing, a trip to the free throw line.
And Bethesda still going on that quicker pace offense here. Provide a comfortable lead.
Not letting up one bit. They've eclipsed their season average, which is 61 points a game. And still 2:32 left to go. Ferguson misses his first free throw tonight. And we'll see a 30-second timeout on the floor from The Mohawks of Waldron, they trail by 22. You can get involved in the game of basketball by becoming an IHSAA official. Contact Sandra Walter at ihsaa.org/officials. Stay in shape and make some extra money. Training classes are starting for the spring season now, so contact Sandra Walter today at 317-846-6601. All the scoring in this fourth quarter, John, has been from Bryce Yarling. He's been the bright spot here of late.
Yeah, he's pretty much been single-handedly trying to keep Waldron in this game. Bethesda did a great job holding down Mitchell tonight, well under his season average, and got him to foul out here.
21 for Yarling. And Mitchell, like we said, fouled out with those 13 points. So combined, they averaged 38. Right now they're at 34. DeMonte misses the first free throw, but makes the second.
Yeah, this seems like this basketball season's flown by. We got the girls' sectional pairing show tomorrow night.
That's right. We sure do. I didn't even realize that. How quickly this season has gone. And, yep, sure enough, we'll be having some sectional games for you here on IndianaSRN. With the girls' basketball season coming to a close shortly. The boys a little over halfway done. Bethesda, this is game number 11 for Waldron. They're 14th. Nearly a steal from Yarling. Malagan out the elbow. Shot to the left side. He gets it back. This time he'll step out for a three. It's also no good. And the Waldron rebound for Jacob Lindsay. One of the guys we expected to hit the floor for the first time. Yarling. Ferguson with the Euro, but called for the travel. Bethesda, again, they will next match up with Shortridge. That's a Pioneer Conference matchup 3 days from now on the 25th. And here's a steal. Malagan will take it in. Not enough bunnies quite yet to yoke it with the right, but just lays it in over the rim.
Turnover starting to pile up on Waldron as well, and
nearly another one right there. Here's a drive. Nice pass. Schaefer with a good cut, but a good charge taken by Sam Malagan. Is that the second charge that he's taken tonight?
At least, yeah.
And fouls on Lindsay, and now we'll see a mass substitution for Bethesda. 4 new guys out on the floor. Check that 5. Capel is back there, but the rest of them, see Colin Smith. Jesse Gearing hits the floor. Parker Miller is out there, and also Andrew Hensley. So 5 brand new guys to close things out for Bethesda.
Yeah, good. Get these guys some playing time off the bench here.
Miller couldn't catch the pass, and Schaefer steals it away. Up the floor. Look what I found is Jacob Lindsay. That's probably what he's saying as that pass somehow found his hands. Under a minute left to go in this one. Patriots could hit that 70-point mark, but 68 is still an impressive number to score in any high school basketball game.
Yeah, 68 normally wins you a lot of games at this level, at the high school level, that's for sure.
And holding your opponents to 45 is another special thing to accomplish in any given night. Jump ball. Stop the clock at 31.7. So for the Patriots, Malagan will finish with 21. That leads the team tonight. 18 points for DeMonte Ferguson. Nice 1-2 combo tonight from those two. Nearly getting that shot to fall down for the Mohawks, and the Patriots, I'm guessing, will let the rest of these final seconds tick down, and they will get their 9th win on the season. Waldron's going to fall to 8-6. Hensley will dribble out the clock. And your final score, Bethesda, from start to finish, mostly dominating this basketball game. Waldron went on a nice run to start off the second half and made things interesting, but it's a 23-point victory for the Patriots, 68-45, your final score. We will take a break and be back with our upcoming schedule on IndianaSRN and also our player of the game, Indiana High School basketball on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Back here at Bethesda Christian High School, the Patriots with a resounding victory, 68-45, your final score. This is the Family Source Insurance post-game show here on IndianaSRN, along with John Lester, Jarrett Lewis here to close things out from Brownsburg, Indiana, with first our upcoming schedule on the family of networks IndianaSRN. We had our two semifinal games tonight in the City Alliance tournament. So our championship game will be Monday, 8 p.m. tip-off. Jimmy and Sean on the call of that one. Two games for you on Tuesday, one boys and one girls game. Liberty Christian at Guerin Catholic. That's a boys 7:30 tip-off. And also at 7:30 in girls action, Greenwood Christian travels to Chittard. Then the boys Chittard team will be in action for you on Wednesday, as they will travel to University. 7:30 tip-off there as well. And on Thursday, one girls game for you, Southwestern Shelby at Greenwood Christian Academy. That's a 7:30 tip. And then two games for you on Friday, both boys. Greenwood Christian Academy at Central Christian, and Lafayette Central Catholic will be at Guerin Catholic. That's your schedule for you next week on IndianaSRN. We'll take one more break, and when we come back, we will give you our player of the game tonight for the Patriots. They win at 68-45. Back in a moment.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
For one final time here at Bethesda Christian High School, it's our Family Source Insurance post-game show with John Lester, Jarrett Lewis here on IndianaSRN. Our player of the game, it came down to two, I think, John. These two guys combined for 39 points tonight and really having an impact in each quarter. So perhaps co-players of the game, I guess? I mean,
let's go with that.
Let's go with that. How about Sam Malagan? He finished with 21 tonight. He had at least 4 points in each quarter. And for DeMonte Ferguson, he's also our co-player of the game. He finished with 18 points, including 9 points in that final quarter. So those two guys having a tremendous impact tonight, not just offensively. We love to look at points, but defensively, too. We saw Malagan take a couple of charges. Ferguson kept his hands active. They got a lot of steals tonight, forced a lot of Waldron turnovers.
Yeah, those were two big keys tonight, and also there, Ferguson just 3 rebounds short of a double-double tonight as well. So, yeah, Ferguson definitely, and Malagan getting the – and Malagan, you liked when Waldron was making that run, Malagan was the one getting in there that kind of took charge there for Bethesda Christian and pretty much took the game over at that point.
So the Patriots move to 9-2, and they will next face off with a Pioneer Conference opponent in Shortridge. As for the Mohawks, they fall to 8-6 on the year. Their next game will be the 28th versus Southwestern Shelby. Shout out to our cameraman tonight being Matthew, our producer, Greg. Thanks so much. Great job tonight, guys. And for John Lester, I'm Jarrett Lewis saying so long for now. Catch us next week for more boys and girls basketball action right here on Indiana SRN.
It looked like it was going to be there, and then
got it back down to what, 3 or 4? And it just like
it was 3, yeah.
Yeah. They had a couple chances to tie it there, and then
it was 33-30. Yeah. Actually, I think it was 33-32 because I think they started it.
They did get it down to 1.
8-0 run after halftime.
A little few turnovers. They end up with 15, so that